Hi guys, it's me, Miss Carpenter. I'm going to be teaching you your math lesson again today. And today we're going to be learning about how to compare and order whole numbers to 1 billion using these symbols: greater than, less than, and equal. These probably look familiar to you from second grade, third grade. You just maybe didn't go all the way up to a billion. We're going to start today with something a little smaller than a billion just to get us used to the idea of comparing and ordering, okay? So let's look back over here at my place value chart, the place value chart that you saw yesterday. I drew a little place value chart here, and I've got three numbers that we're going to compare. So I've got 36,460, 6,772, and 6,012. You might already know which number's the largest, which number's the smallest, but for now, let's just practice using the strategies that you might use when you have huge numbers. We'll practice them on smaller numbers so you can get used to those strategies. So one important thing to do is to stack your numbers on top of each other. And in a place value chart is even better because then you can see the places lined up nicely and compare them easily. The first thing you need to do is look at the largest place that a number has. So like this first number, the largest place is the 10,000ths place. The second number, the largest place is the thousands place because there's nothing here. Nothing. The third number, the largest place is the thousands place because there's nothing here. Okay? So first we're going to look at this largest place value that has digits in it, the 10,000ths. And this number has a 3, and these both had nothing. So that tells us that this, we already know, is the largest number between these three. So I like to put a little G to the side that stands for greatest. So now I already know that 36,460 is the greatest number between these three. So now I'm just going to compare between these two numbers. All right, so we've got nothing here, so that doesn't really help us compare yet. We've got 6 here and 6 here. That's the same. They both stand for 6,000, so that does not help us compare yet. So now we're going to scooch over to the next place, the hundreds place, and look at these digits. Ooh, this helps us. We can compare 7 and 0. This is 700. And this is 0 hundreds. So what do we know? We know that this number is definitely going to be the least. So where does that leave this one? Right in the middle. Make sense? It's much easier to compare numbers when they're stacked on top of each other than when you write them out side to side. But if we want to use those symbols, the greater than, less than, equal to symbols, then we usually write the numbers back out side to side. Or if we want to put them in order from greatest to least or least to greatest, then we'll transfer them over to the side. So let me scoot on over again. Can you see that? Kind of leave it where you can see these numbers. All right, if we wanted to put these in order from greatest to least, then now all we have to do is look at our chart and see, oh, I put the G here. So the first number is going to be 36,460. So that's the first number. Then the middle number is 6,772. And the least is 6,012. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. So that is in order from greatest to least. If we wanted to reverse that order, we would just write these in the opposite order. We would put this one as least, we'd put it first, then the next one, and then the greatest number we'd put last if we wanted to go greatest to least. We can also compare. Let's practice using these symbols, okay? We can compare some of these, but looking back at the place value chart that we made. What if we wanted to compare maybe just these two? We want to put a comparison between, like, right here, you might have seen a problem before that has a big old circle in the middle, and you write greater than, less than, or equal in between there. If we wanted to compare them, we could look back at what we did over here, and the 36,460 was the greatest number, So it is going to be greater than 6,772. So we would use our greater than sign. Maybe when you were little, you learned some little tricks to keep your greater than sign and less than sign, not get them mixed up, keep them straight. You might have learned to draw like a Pac-Man or like an alligator mouth, and learned that they're eating the bigger number or something like that. And that's a great strategy for when you are first learning to compare numbers. It's a really good strategy. But part of our goal in 4th grade is to use these exact symbols. So you see none of these have little teeth on them. None of them look like Pac-Man. So if you want to imagine one of those things that you learned when you were in a younger grade, that's totally fine. But in 4th grade, we're going to write the symbol just as it is, just like that, greater than. One strategy that I use if I get my signs mixed up that doesn't involve like a little picture or anything that makes it look just like the symbol is I will think like this. Which number's bigger? This one. So it gets 2 dots. Which number's smaller? This one. So it gets only 1 dot. And then when you connect the dots, you have the correct symbol without any little teeth or pictures or anything. You just have the exact correct symbol. Make sense? So today in your activity, you're going to practice comparing and ordering numbers. All right. Good job, guys.